When I walk into the kitchen, you saw the look on my face. You saw the look on my had to get out of this place. I sensed something I've never seen before. When you put on the pineapple, we couldn't be friends anymore.
Hello, my dear Satvik family. How are you all? I hope you guys are doing amazing. And first of all, before starting the video, this time I won't even plug in my subscribe thing because this time I really want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for showing so much love on my last video. It really means a lot to me. And that's why I'm making this another video as I promised you. So now I will say, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. एंड जो लोग ये वीडियो फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हैं, मैंने इसके पहले भी सेम वीडियो बनाई है फॉर डे 1, 2 and 3. So you can click on the you can click on the I button here and you'll find the video. So yeah, since you guys have seen my journey of day 1, 2 and 3 of Ultimate Health Challenge of Satvik Movement, so this time we're going to talk about day 4 and day 5, and trust me, it literally gets more exciting day by day, and you'll get to know once I talk about it now. So basically our day 4 started with a recap कि हम लोगों ने पहले क्या किया था. So if you remember, I told you the first point that we should keep our body clean from within. So the first point was you have to have dinner before 7 p.m. every day, and there were different reasons for it which I had listed and told you guys. So if you remember, try to recall it. If you don't remember, please go and watch the video again so that you don't forget these things again. इसलिए मैंने भी अपने notes बनाए हुए हैं यहाँ पे, मैंने अपने साथ रखे हैं. You know, I don't really want to miss on anything, and I just want to share everything with you guys, how much ever possible. So yes, as I said, we have to keep our body clean from within. For that, we had to do 2 things. First was eat before 7 p.m. and the second thing was, do you remember? The second thing was कि आपको juice पीना है सुबह उठते ही empty stomach. So I also explained you the 2 types of juices, detox and nutrition one. So this is the day 4 of Satvik Diet Ultimate Health Challenge. आज का हमारा हो चुका है session, and it was great again. The next habit which I've been told today is that you're supposed to throw away all the junk food. So not exactly all the junk. After doing the recap, we started with the new habit, which is we're supposed to have food that is living, wholesome and plant-based. So we'll go step by step in this, exactly how we went into the section. So the first thing was living food. So living food, the name itself says कि living food क्या हो सकता है? Living food is something which has life. So if I want to give you an example, I'll give you the same one which we were given. So the example was that if you sow apple seed, या if you're eating an apple and if you sow it, तो उसमें जो seed होता है उससे a plant will grow, right? If you sow it in the soil, a plant will grow. But at the same time, if you're eating biscuits, if you're eating chips, if you're eating burgers, and if you sow it in the soil, a plant won't grow. That means the food is dead. It does not have life. So basically, we're not supposed to have dead food. We're just supposed to have living food, which has life inside it. So if I'm supposed to give you an example of living food again, so it would be sprouts, vegetables, fruits, having coconut and all of that. That is living food. And what we consume a lot, what we love a lot, what we are basically addicted to a lot is all junk food, and it is all dead food. So we were also told 3 markers, like कैसे आप बता सकते हो if this food is living or not. Firstly, living food rots over a period of time. If you keep a banana, it will rot after a certain period of time, or any fruit for that matter, or any vegetable, or any living food for that matter. After that, The second marker which we get about living food is that living food comes directly from farm. It makes sense, right? Exactly. So living food directly comes from farms is the second marker, whereas dead food does not. And the third marker about living food is that living food does not need any commercial. Guys, just think about it. Even I was really shocked when we got into the session and we got to learn all these things. And I actually thought of it. I'm like, oh yes, we have never seen uh, uh, Apple's commercial or lady fingers commercial कि मतलब भिंडी खरीद लो. That does not happen. That really does not happen. Whereas you might have seen Burger King ka burger, KFC ka burger, different types of chips, Coke, all of these things. इन सब चीजों को commercialize करना पड़ता है. Whereas living food don't really need any TV commercials. So if we're saying that we're not supposed to eat the dead food, the next question which obviously comes to our mind is, are we not supposed to eat any junk food? Or are we not supposed to eat any packed food? Are all the packed food dead foods? So the answer to this is all packed foods and not dead foods. So here we can categorize it into 3 lists, which our dear Sattvic movement team has helped us understand. I'll just put a chart here through which you might understand. So there's red list, which includes of nasty ingredients and highly processed foods. Next is yellow list, which includes of clean ingredients and minimally processed items. And the third is green list, which have actual ingredients in them and they're not processed. So you can have abundance of green list items. They're not harmful for you, they're not dead foods. So if we talk about examples, red list consists of peanut butter, biscuits, toasts, aloo bhujia, which we all love, ready to cook food. All this is totally dead food and we're not supposed to have it because it will harm our body slowly and steadily. The next is yellow list. That is example of yellow list item might be oats cookies or nut and date bar. So dates, okay, if you're talking about dates, dates come in green list. Even jaggery comes in green list. So all these items I said you can have in abundance. So when I'm talking about ingredients here, every food item has a list of ingredients written behind it, right? So you're supposed to read those ingredients, and that's what I'm talking about. So a lot of times there are ingredients in a lot of food items which you don't even understand. And there are a lot of names of chemicals or a lot of such names which we cannot even pronounce. Trust me, we cannot. Even if we try reading those ingredients. And when I'm telling you that these lists are made upon ingredients and they're categorized accordingly, you're supposed to read those ingredients and understand if you can have those items or not. So after this, the next question which comes to our mind definitely is, तो हम लोग क्या करें? हम लोग ना खाएं वो खाना? Are we not supposed to eat the dead food ever? Are we not supposed to taste our yummy aloo bhujia ever? Are we not supposed to have biscuits ever? So the answer is no. You're not supposed to have those, but you can always replace them. So I have a few examples for replacement which I wrote down when our Sattvic team helped us to recover from the shock by telling us there are few replacements for the same. So for namkeen, they told us you can have homemade makhana. Guys, if you have not had makhana ever, let me tell you, they taste amazing. Just like popcorn, you can have makhana, you can munch on makhana any time of the day. Then you can have homemade popcorn. By homemade popcorn, we don't mean कि जो ready to cook आते हैं डालो कुकर में और बना लो, नहीं. Corn लेके आओ and put some salt and oil or whatever you want and make it at home. Next is you can also have roasted spiced nuts. So you can make nuts according to your taste and your taste buds so that you enjoy it well. So नमकीन की जगह आप ये सब खा सकते हो. This is also namkeen but healthy. Next is chocolate. Oh my god, a lot of you guys are going to miss chocolate if you're going to follow this diet. So chocolate is also not good, guys, trust me. So instead of chocolate, instead of that flavor, you can always add cacao powder. Out of that, you can make chocolate bars or smoothie bowls or anything. Last night I made a smoothie bowl and it tasted amazing, amazing. I'll just insert a picture if I have. Talking about biscuits, chai time pe biscuit chahiye. So biscuits, you can replace it with homemade biscuits. Ghar pe biscuits banao. Or you can also have coconut slices instead. And instead of aerated drinks, guys, you are supposed to have juices because aerated drinks are not at all good for you. I understand, and especially for me, this is going to be the most difficult part. Aerated drinks. I love aerated drinks, but have fresh juices instead. They have a lot of nutrition in them, and we already spoke about juices in the last video, right? So have juices. As I said in the last video that हम लोगों को हर एक दिन एक challenge मिलता था. So the challenge for day 4 was we were supposed to throw out all the dead food inside our house and throw it in the dustbin and make a video of it. Or if a family is against you and they're like, at least a last bunch rehne do, next time onwards we won't buy, then you're supposed to take a tin or any shelf for that matter and उसमें डाल दो सारा junk या dead food और उसमें लिख दो be aware dead food inside, so that every time you feel like having, you read that thing and you're like, no, I'm not supposed to have it. Hi everyone, I am back. This is day 5. So this is the next day and मैंने अभी जूस पिया है, then I took a shower. Now I'm heading out. Feels so good. बहुत भूख लग रही थी तो बीच में instead of having some snacks, I thought कि नारियल पानी is a good option. Okay, catch you guys later. These were my videos and photos of day 5, and if you guys still remember, we discussed on day 4 we spoke about living food and dead food. On day 5 we discussed about wholesome food. We started with what exactly is wholesome food. Wholesome food is something which is closest to our mother nature and it is not processed a lot, or it is not at all processed basically. Now we'll also discuss about 3 villains. So the first villain is sugar. Trust me guys when I say this, sugar is your real villain. When I heard everything about it, I was like, oh my god, why was I even having sugar all my life and nobody told me? Of course, I heard a lot of times कि अरे चीनी मत खाओ, it's not good for your health. But nobody really told me the reason behind it. Maybe nobody really knew the reason behind it. But it was truth. Trust me, it was truth when they said that sugar is not good for your health. Sugar is basically a slow poison and it does a lot of harm to your body. We were also told that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. It's more addictive. Can you imagine? Now when companies know that people are aware about it, they say there's no sugar added, but they do add a lot of preservatives, which again are not good for your health. It's always better to use minimally refined items. So you can always use jaggery, that is less refined than sugar. The best thing to have, the best sweeteners instead of sugar are dates, figs, and even jaggery. So if you're making something and you want to add sweetness to it, you can always use jaggery or dates instead. Because I made Satvik laddus, I'll just insert a picture here. They were really amazing, and trust me when I say this, they had the exact amount of sweetness which is required in a laddu. So since we spoke about the first villain, let's talk about the second villain. Second villain is maida. Yes. Maida is not at all good for your body again because it is highly refined. Items like maida, cornstarch, sabudana, all these items are highly refined and they're not good for your health at all. But a few items which you can have instead of them as a replacement can be wheat flour, jawar flour, bajra flour. All these things are good replacements and they give a lot of nutrition and power to your body compared to the ones which I told you before. So the third and the last villain is rice, white rice. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about brown rice, white rice, about brown rice being good and white rice being bad. You're supposed to have brown rice, you're supposed to have the rice as it is. But since it gets processed, जो उसका असली हमें जो खाना होता है जो हमारे लिए beneficial होता है वो निकल जाता है and we just eat the white rice which is not at all beneficial for us. Or for that matter, red rice or black rice. This is also something you can have. Also, one more fact that white rice is related to diabetes. Again, another condition in this is that a lot of packages of brown rice say cooks in 15 minutes or gets ready in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. You're not supposed to buy those rice. Exactly how white bread and brown bread, they simply add color. 99% of the times only color is added, and there's rare, very rare places or bakeries where you get an actual brown bread. Similarly, brown rice is difficult to find. All these brands, they don't provide us the actual brown rice. So don't buy the items or don't buy the brands when it is written instantly prepared or quick brown rice or instant brown rice. You're not supposed to have those brown rice. So yeah, a lot of knowledge, I know. But it's for our good and I hope कि आप लोग भी मेरे साथ थोड़ा कुछ ना कुछ implement कर रहे होंगे. If you're not doing the whole challenge, at least slowly and steadily try to avoid few things or try to replace them as I told you. And fifth day, day 5 का challenge was we were supposed to arrange jaggery or dates or brown rice and click a picture and send it to them that we have brought it in our house and we'll be using it. So that was our challenge, and I really hope that you guys found this informative. And I'll be up with another video very soon, and I'm promising you that I'll upload the whole 21-day challenge on YouTube. So please stay updated. And if you still haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing because this is going to be helpful. For now, stay tuned, stay updated, and I hope you're healthy. Take care of yourself and your family. And if you have any questions, please drop down in the comment section. And if I don't know the answers, I'll tell you the correct place where you'll get your answers from. But for now, as we say in our Satvik family, Hare Krishna, have a nice day. Bye bye.